What's up guys, my name is JDCook5 and welcome back to another episode of the Levante Career Mode. We go straight in with a simulation against Osasuna, getting the 4-0 win. Lovely way to start off the episode with such high goals scored and getting the 3 points. We always do a simulation against Osasuna and seem to get quite lucky, to be honest, so that is always nice. The first game of the Champions League would be against Fiorentina, a team that we have never played before, and this is our first game against them in the group. A lot to expect, obviously with the competition it brings such a high level of games, and this is our 100th game as the manager, so that has gone very quick to say the least. I didn't expect it to be that quick. So our lineup for today, obviously we're going to change up a few things. We've got a lot of games ahead and we've got a lot of big ones also, so we need to rotate the side but also have a decent side. Kevin Trapp in goal with Gallardo, Diallo, Conti and Williams as your back four. Koke and Papayu as your midfield two with Scott just in front, and Isuaku, Kolomani and Zeballos making up the 11. Fiorentina being a strong side recently in the Europa League Conference Final, but this time they are in the Champions League. A lot to expect, but we do make a quick start with Williams getting on the ball there. He passes it over to Zeballos, who makes a nice finesse, but the keeper saves comfortably. Made a bit of a meal out of it, but he does able to save it quite nicely. We do get a corner not so long after that with Koke whipping in the ball. Mane getting on that, but unfortunately he's not able to convert, with the keeper making a nice save. Really keeping him in this and really putting a good display on show. Get another corner here, and again it's kind of the same thing, but unfortunately we're not able to make too much contact with it, and they are able to get the ball. In the 35th minute there, you can see Akone on the ball. Gallardo struggling to get any sort of foot out or whatever onto it, to be honest. Nice crossover to Jovic, and Trapp does clear his near post and he puts it out for a corner. Being able to whip this corner in, they play it over short, but then they do take the corner from there. Unfortunately they whip it in and he does get his head on it to make it 1-0 just inside the 37th minute. We've been playing really well in this game in honesty, and there hasn't been a bad performance from one of us, but yeah, we just didn't seem to able to convert it. We go into the second half with high hopes, and they do nearly get another chance here. Just nice save from Kevin Trapp, in all honesty. He had to be on his toes for that one. Really nice ball into the box, and he should have scored that for sure. In the 57th minute, you can see Muriel is now on the pitch, and hopefully he does make a difference. He's getting straight and stuck in as a nice interception high up the pitch, being able to kind of get the ball and hopefully do something with it. He does that indeed, and he finds Montiel, and Montiel makes it 1-1 just inside the 59th minute. Really well worked goal, and a really nice goal to see with Muriel clearing up the defence there. Nice to be able to intercept it so high up, allowing another load of options to be able to have. And yeah, we did get the ball really quickly, and you can see the transition in play from where the players move forward. And a really good goal, and that makes it back into the game. In the 64th minute, not long after we scored, you can see Zeballos on the ball here. Muriel creating everything with putting him in. I turned to be able to pass it to another player, but the keeper has other means of... I don't even know what he's doing, in all honesty. Completely wipes him out. There was no need for it whatsoever. The defender cleared it. I thought I actually messed it up more than anything. The defender would have definitely got onto that, and unfortunately for them, that means they do concede the penalty. Muriel on the spot here. He has scored a penalty previous for us, and he has been such a good man for us. Hopefully he is able to convert. I was checking to make sure he was the strongest on penalties, and yes, he was. It was only a matter of time before it was a goal or not a goal, and it was. Sends him completely the wrong way, and that makes it 2-0 just inside the 66th minute. Really good comeback from us, and Muriel has made such a difference coming on this second half. Good penalty, sends him the wrong way completely, and he is only able to look behind him to find that it has gone in the back of the net. In the 79th minute here, they do get another chance though. They are on the back of us. Gonzalez going in and out, weaving out of the players. Across the box, another pass, and unfortunately Jovic finds the back of the net, and we've only got 10 minutes left in this game, but they've made it 2-2. Tried as hard as I can to be able to get back into it, because I really wanted the 3 points. I want to qualify as soon as I possibly can. The ball was kind of pinging out, in and out, and I just couldn't seem to get any grip on it. I didn't want to lose the ball whatsoever. I had a shot here with Papayu. Lavia gets onto it. Zeballos! Oh my lord. What a goal! What a way to introduce yourself to Levante life. I mean, he has been very poor for us, I would say, this season, but a goal like that just erases everyone's memory, and all they care about is that goal in hand. unbelievable from Ceballos. Such a well worked goal, so well taken. I mean, I was very lucky to get it. We kept the ball for a nice amount of time, but I was lucky that the shot kind of went onto Lavia and all he could do was header it at the time. I don't think he could have done anything else with it. But doing so, he found Ceballos and he chests it, and what an acrobatic finish. Keeper should have done much better, don't get me wrong, but are we fast? No, of course not. That makes it 3-2 with not so long to spare whatsoever. They were trying to get at me and they were trying to go forward straight after the goal, but unfortunately for them there wasn't enough time, and that does mean we get the 3-2 win. Brilliant from us, and we are doing so well in this Champions League campaign. Another win on the scores for us, so yeah, really well done from the boys. That is 3-2 against Fiorentina, and that sees us go into the next match day with a bit more confidence and a bit more Champions League experience. Putting the Champions League beside us now, we are back into La Liga and we have a big game away from home against Real Sociedad. We have played many games against this lot with high amount of games with kind of goals scored. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Callum Wilson, you can see on your screen now, being one of the top goal scorers. But we do field a strong side with Kevin Trapp in goal. Gallardo keeps his place with Diallo, Conti and Williams making up your back four. Your midfield three of Vargas, Cherki and Pepe. And then we have the front three of Nusa, Martial coming in and Pepe. Really strong side from us, and where we have so many players, we were able to alternate in so many positions. In the 7th minute, Callum Wilson nearly getting on the score sheet, but unfortunately for him, is a little bit of a P-roller. Had the direction and the thought there, but just not the actual power. In the 15th minute there, you can see Martial gets played in, and he is absolutely pushing his man off, and what a goal from the Frenchman. Unbelievable from him, and he's been such a kind of highlight of this season so far. Really good ball in, and he's just able to shrug his player off, do what he does best, and he hits it across goal to make it 1-0, and that was lovely jubbly. Didn't last too long though, and unfortunately in the 19th minute you can see there, nice back heel, and I just couldn't seem to get the ball whatsoever. It did make a save there, which was nice to have, but unfortunately we just seem to have so much pressure. Corner after corner, different ones, and they just seem to pass it really well, to be honest, with tight space as well. Did think I nearly had it there, but unfortunately not, and it does go back onto one of their players, and it was a bit of a jammy goal from Callum Wilson, not going to lie. I don't feel like it was one of these where you go, oh wow, look at that, but yeah, it was one of those. We just didn't do the easy stuff and the simple stuff, and we just didn't clear the ball, and that's what happens. Not near to the second half now, and Martial is found once again. He squares it across goal, and Nusa leaps like a salmon and is able to find the back of the net to make it 2-1 within the 40th minute. A really weird start from us. Obviously, we had a quick one with scoring the goal and then the one that we did concede, but it wasn't until late until the end of the first half where he was able to do something like that and go into the second half with a bit more confidence and a bit more kind of willpower to be able to finish the game off. He was really well done from him. He was unmarked completely and he just did his job, and that was brilliant from him in all honesty. It's starting the second half on the bright note. You can see Cherki plays in Martial, and take a bow Martial. Straight off the kick-off there, amazing start to the second half, really well found as well from Cherki to be able to pick out Martial, but the finish was just absolutely sublime. Hitting it on his left, he doesn't even need to take a touch, he just looks down to see where the ball's going to fall, and he knows it's going to nestle into the top corner to make it 3-1. From this point onwards, we dominated the game in all honesty. Pepe making a nice run with a 1-2 with Martial, finding a loads of space, and he just runs into it absolutely perfectly. And he finesses it into the bottom corner to make it 4-1 within the 54th minute, and we are running away with this now, making it look completely easy. I don't know why we were struggling in the first half so much when we make such a good performance in the second. Kevin Trapp having to make a save there after being quiet for a little while. We nearly give it away here though, and it was such a poor pass. So poorly done from out the back, and we could have been punished for that massively, but luckily Kevin Trapp was on his toes. Not so long after that little scare, Pepe is on the ball here, finds Martial, and he bullies his defenders. He's so good on the ball, it's brilliant. He is able to find the back of the net, and that makes it a hat-trick within this game. That is 5-1 now in the 63rd minute. Brilliant from Martial, and I'm so glad I've signed him. We have probably got one of the best slot strikers we have had this whole career, in all honesty. We do make some substitutions though, with that being said, and Kolo Mani comes on, Montiel comes on, and we take Nusa off and Afif. In the 81st minute, Montiel on the ball there. Nice little fake shot there, and he's able to find Pepe. Unbelievable from Montiel with the skill moves. All he's got to do is finish it, and so he does. That's his second of the game, and we are finding ourselves 6-1, and we're making a cricket score out of it. It's unbelievable. Really good from Montiel. That little bit of skill makes his man allow the space there, and we do find the back of the net. And that was it. So that was 6-1, and that was a brilliant game from us. Not what I expected whatsoever. Anthony Martial, 4 attempts on goal, 3 goals, and he goes and collects his well-deserved match ball. Straight into another game here after the back of such a heroic win. Girona at home. We are going to simulate this one. Obviously, we can't play everyone. We need to simulate some just to be able to get through the season. We do find a 1-1 draw, unfortunately. Colomani getting on the score sheet for us. Seems to be that we dominated play with the possession and shots, but we just didn't seem to be able to convert it to a win. So this is now the last game of the episode against BSC Young Boys. The lineup did mess up, so I'm just going to run it through it now. Trap in goal, Omdombele, Aaron, Conti and Williams, Vargas and Ryberger, Cherky, Isuaku, Martial, and I do believe I had the right winger of... I can't even see it right there, to be honest. I'm going to have a little look there. Usman Bakari, sorry, my bad. Yeah, for some reason the lineup kind of messed up and it wasn't displaying the actual team sheet, which is a bit odd. But in the 27th minute there, later on into the game, they do get a shot which Kevin Trapp saves. Obviously, with the big changes that we have made and different things, it's going to make a big difference to how the side plays. Again, it was something wrong with this game. It didn't show the first goal, but Cherky is able to get on the score sheet later in the first half, and that does mean that we was going into the second half 1-0 up. In the 50th minute, Sydney Ryberger, I mean, what a goal from the young man. We haven't played him much this season, and obviously he was in the first season of La Liga when we signed him in January. Not a lot to be seen by him as of the moment, but goals like that can definitely get him in the squad. Even if I've got to put him out on loan, at least different clubs will look at him because of the actual quality that he has got. We do make some substitutions after going 2-0 up because I felt very comfortable in the game. Muriel, Pepe coming on and Cherky coming off for Scott. As I say, it was a bit of a weird game in all honesty. Not a lot happened. We got the 2 goals that we needed to get. And we didn't seem to have anything defensive-wise that was a worry, but we just didn't really seem to make any chances going forward either. Strange game, don't get me wrong, but the 3 points are the things that do matter, and we do find ourselves 3 out of 3. And yeah, we've done a really good job of this Champions League campaign so far, and I do believe if we win the next game, we could even qualify for the knockout stages. So something like that is upon the horizon is definitely going to be something that is being exciting. Looking at the La Liga now, we have played 9, we have won 7, we have drawn 1 and we have lost 1. We are on 22 points, 2 points away from Atletico Madrid. We're on equal points, the same as Real Madrid, Celta Vigo, and then we are 2 points behind Sevilla. But yeah, there's only 10 points that make the top 8, so yeah, it's definitely a tight one, yeah. And as I've said, there's so many games to play and everything else, and we have got a whirlwind of games to be able to go across, and the cup competitions and everything else. So it is going to be a close one if it's anything what this means as of the moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.